And when Jada said it is so hard for two women to come to the conclusion, be a good mother to one kid, and how it is to feel to be for your son to have two fathers. I'm quoting her right now. I'm not saying exactly what she said. And Ciara just go into the mode, just describe how. Hello everyone, this is the title. Welcome to my short live video, the 211 Star on SterVens. If you're new to my channel, stop, click the subscribe button right here. And don't forget to click the little bell so you get a video update whenever I post a brand new video. Today, I will be talking about the latest episode of RedTableTalk. Miss Ciara stopped at the RedTableTalk to talk about her past relationship with Future and how she felt about being a single mother for a brief moment, and her relationship with Warsaw and how she turned her scar to beauty mark. And one thing that stood out the most to me is never dwell in our pain, and we should always use those pain as a weapon to success. And I think that was the most standout moment in that interview. And I'm going to straight to what I take away from this crazy interview. The number one thing I take away from this crazy interview, Ciara say right at the gate, one thing I'm scared of is wasting my time. And she said time doesn't stop. And it is very important when we find ourselves in those toxic environments is not to stop and see what is the best decision for us. The question we should ask ourselves, if we wasting our time or not. And if we are wasting our time, find a way to get out of the situation. It could be your work, it could be your relationship, it could be your friendship. Stop wasting your time and move forward. And the second thing I took away from this episode was giving people more power than they should have. And I think sometimes we allow people to hold us back because we feel like we need those people. Sometimes they make us feel like we need them. In reality, they need us. And I think that's something I take away because we know it, but sometimes it's very important when somebody else say it to us. Stop allowing people to think they have power over us. We have power over ourselves. And the third thing is desire something different. And I think that's something I was like, okay, good. And they kind of break it down. And what I got from it, if you keep going left and left and left and left and left and it's not working, sometimes it's better to turn right to see what is out there in the right direction. And I think we need to desire something different if our life is not going the way we plan it, if our life is not going the way we foresee it. And it's always good to take a step back and see what are we doing wrong. And the number 4 thing I take away, you have to love what I love. And I think whoever you hang out with, your friend, you have a new partner in your life, if they don't respect your dream, that person should not be in your corner, should not be in your life. Because there's a lot of dream killer out there all the time. They just tell you what you cannot do. And those people don't respect you enough to love what you love. I mean, I'm not saying take me where I need to go, but at the same time, I don't need you to bring me down. And that's what it means to love what I love. And the 5th thing I take away was fake it until you make it. You probably heard that all the time. When you act like a dog, when you quack like a dog, it must be a dog. And reality is in life, we need to be passionate. We need to be able to always be professional even we don't know what we are doing. And that's the idea of faking it until we make it. And I like that saying because I heard it my whole life. Fake it until you make it. And it kind of add a valuable step in our life. And the number 6 thing I take away is the vision board. I done it my life since 2015. And it worked pretty well for me, and I think it helped me be where I am right now by doing my vision board. And I have 2 videos I talk about that, where I talk about my New Year's resolution. To me, I think that's what a vision board is to me. And one of my teachers back in college taught me about it, and I really thought about it a lot, but I never really get a chance to put it into use until I was going to a situation, and I'm like, I needed to get out of the situation. And then I create my vision board, and I see how well it worked for me, and I keep doing it. When Ciara talk about it, I'm like, wow, I'm not alone. I believe when you write something down and you believe in it and you taking the step to get it done, because you cannot just write something down and don't work at it, because if you just write it down, it's meaningless. And that's one thing I took away from it, is the vision board. The number 7 thing I take away was the elephant in the room. And I think Jada is very happy to talk about her relationship with Will Smith's ex-wife, and how in the beginning it was a difficult thing to get used to. And I think that was the first video she did on her RedTableTalk, when she brought Shui in the RedTableTalk to talk about it, the step it takes for them to be what they are right now. And when Jada said it is so hard for two women to come to the conclusion and be a good mother to one kid, and how it is to feel to be for your son to have two fathers. I'm quoting her right now. I'm not saying exactly what she said. And Ciara just go into the mode, just describe how wonderful Warsaw is. And one thing she said that kind of stand out the most to me, it's not about you, it's all about the kid. And I think we see the media, we see Ciara and Future, they're going back and forth, arguing online, and you can see it's not a healthy thing. And at this moment I feel like Ciara is ready to just say, okay, I'm not ready to talk about this man. And I think, and everything's still new into Ciara life, and I think it's gonna take a moment for her to adjust. The fact is, little Future had two fathers, Warsaw and Big Future. Yes, people keep saying like he's not the biological father, but at the end of the day I feel like the person who raised you, that's your father. And I will end this video with this. Whenever you meet somebody, what at the gate they tell you who they are. And I think it's up to you to decide if you're gonna let this person in, if you're not gonna let this, if you're gonna let this person out. They tell you who they are by their body language, the way they treat people, and how their past history. People do change, and sometimes people don't change. And if you stick around enough, they will reveal to you you were right or wrong all along. And that's it. But before I end my video, I would plug one thing. I did get a chance to listen to Ciara album Beauty Mark, and to my opinion is one of her best albums beside Goody and the Evolution of Ciara. And I think that was like her third best album. However, the album did not do well at the Billboard 200, and the album debuted at number 87, and I was wondering why. And I actually stopped and thought about it. I'm like, when Ciara, most artists, including Ciara, when you ready to drop an album, first you drop a single, then you drop the album with the second single. Ciara dropped like 5 singles before she dropped the album, and I think as fan, you already know what the album sound like. The anticipation to go out there to go get the album is not there anymore, especially when you listen to her song Level Up, Freak Me, Dose, Best Love, I think that's the title of the song, and also the title album Beauty Mark. Eventually you get a feel what the album about. You don't want to go rush to get the album because you know what the album sound like. And I think that's one of the reasons the album did not do as well as it should, because the album is 85. That's one of Ciara's lowest debut at the Billboard 200. And beside this point is I love the album. The only I'm kind of iffy with 2 songs of the album, but beside that there's 9 songs out of the 11 songs I really love. Like, the album was an amazing album, but the thing is she already give people everything they need to know about the album. People is not thirsty enough to go buy the album. And this was another great episode of RedTableTalk. Once again, support RedTableTalk on Facebook. If you want to go out, listen to a Ciara album, you could do that yourself also. And that was my 2 cents of RedTableTalk. And like I say, please support RedTableTalk on Facebook. You might learn something. It might open your eyes to the reality that was there all along. Like I said before, the more we talk about the problem, the easier it is for us to fix it. That's it for my RedTableTalk recap. Guess what? Get out of here. Get the F out of here. Deuces, and I am out. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, and share it. I will see you on my next video. Once again, don't forget to subscribe.